y'all, they got this video I want to do. I remember they had this young man told me, he said that, I ain't gonna be too personal or nothing like that, and like, I don't believe in, like, I just want to do it just for educational fun purposes or whatever. I remember they had this guy told us, this was like a couple of years ago. He said, man, mama be having niggas all in, I mean, wait a minute, no, I want to make sure I'm saying it right. Like, she dating this guy, and we couldn't go in there and get and eat what we wanted. We couldn't go in there and we couldn't get what we wanted to eat. As soon as we like her boyfriend would go in the kitchen and eat up everything, her man, then she'd come in there and blame us. And we wasn't allowed to go in there and get nothing to eat, and we was our own child. But the man, he was able to go, as soon as he went in there and ate something, he ate it up, and then she went in there and started blaming us. And he didn't, you know what I mean, start blaming us, saying, y'all eating up every damn thing, and he go in there and eat big steaks and all that kind of stuff. So he go in there and he'll eat a bunch of big steaks and all that kind of stuff, and then we look around and we be hungry. Man, if it wasn't for me, he said, I had to go to my girl house most of the time and eat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He said for the most part, he had to go to his girl's house and get him some food. He said, because he used to say, hey man, my mama be complaining all the time about how, you know what I'm saying, how the food being ate up and stuff, and then she'll look at her own children. She'll basically be feeding a man, looking like she be looking out more for a man who don't give a damn about her and her children, and looking out for him. But when it came to us, she half killed us, and we went in there in the refrigerator and tried to go in there for food and stuff like that. You know, she'll be feeding them big steaks, buying them sodas, snacks, everything. He go in there and just eat up everything. And mind you, now he was smoking weed and doing all kind of others, everything under the sun, just like that, you know. But when we go in there and get something or try to get something to eat, and we be hungry, it become a problem. You know, and it was crazy, you know. They had a young brother who was telling me about that, man. And I said, that is so sad, you know what I mean? How you can take and put a man, how can I say it? I'm trying to find a better way to say this shit. That's crazy. When you take and when you overlook your children for thinking that you got a partner, and this person is doing nothing but coming in, smoking weed, eating up your food, and then your kids' food too, eating their cereal up. You know what I mean? Coming in there, and then he coming in it. They come in there anytime they get ready and do what they want to do, and then they go back out on the streets, and then they turn around and they do their little thing, smoke their little dope, and do all kind of crazy stuff. But yet and still, they want to come back in the house and try to freeload off of the woman, the female, for the most part, and the kids. And a lot of the females, they fall for kids like that. I mean, for men like that, people like that,
Hey, Peter.
What's going on? How you doing there?
How you doing today?
All right.
That's good. How mama?
Just blogging. She in there chilling.
She chilling?
Uh-huh.
Good.
She in there chilling. Nothing else to do. It's been boring, man. Boring. Boring.
Today?
Yeah, I did. I took one earlier. But it got late. I got right down there to the corner down there, and I just said I just turn around and come back because it was gonna get late because I ain't want the dark to catch me.
You did good. You
Yeah.
did right.
So I played it wise that time,
Yeah, because you don't want to be out there when it's late.
Yeah,
It's too crazy out there.
exactly.
You know how it is.
Oh yeah. And most people, man, they'll fall for people like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's usually, and a lot of women, they don't want no man that's genuine, sweet, open the door for them. All that good, all that stuff is lame to them. You know what I mean? If you're a gentleman, you open the door for a female or whatever. Maybe that's why, like I said, maybe that's why I don't have anybody. You know what I mean? Because a lot of females, the average black female like ourselves, so-called people of color like us, we go through that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But for some reason, the other race of men, non-black men, they might get that, you know what I'm saying, in spite of, you know what I mean? They might get an easy out, while a black man, he gotta, it's like he gotta be hard, thuggish, and all that kind of stuff in order to be able to qualify to get the easy way out. You know what I'm saying? Because usually when you find a guy that's thuggish and swaggy and all that kind of stuff, usually they get the easy way out.
But you sleep, laying down, and what you
Yeah.
doing, baby?
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
God damn.
They get the easy way out. But a non-black person, they are like, they can get like, they get that freeload. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They get the outs, they get the benefits free. They ain't got to work as hard. But a man of color, he got to be swagged out and stuff like that. He got to have a certain swag about himself, in order for the woman to like date this person or whatever. But if he's a sweet gentleman and he ain't out there in the streets and he in college and nice, open the door for him, buy him this and buy him that, they put them in the friend zone. I had to laugh myself saying that shit, but that's true. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I know, when you live in, when you come up in the hood and, you live in the hood, you have brothers and things that does hooded things. That's what our community is all about. That seemed to be our culture. You see what I'm saying? If the man comes respectful, he have respect for her mother, he respect his mother and father and all that kind of stuff, and considerate of them and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Usually, they gonna put him in the friend zone because they gonna feel like he's too easy. Like, he too easy. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put him in the friend zone. I'm gonna look at him like a brother. You see what I'm saying? This is the type of stuff that you get from females. Now, growing up, the reason why I know, you don't have to actually been a date them to do it. I grew up around this. You see what I'm saying? I grew up around this, and this is all I see. This is the so-called black culture. You see what I'm saying? So this is something that we got to fix. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you that nice, sweet gentleman or whatever, you laid back and all that kind of stuff, then right away, that when they see you right away, immediately in their mind, you're gonna be in the friend zone. You're gonna be in the friend zone. Oh, he's so sweet. I mean, I don't want it. I don't look at him like that. You know what I'm saying? You know how it goes. Sometimes you have a few men that do the females like that too as well. No, I look at her like, she cool. She's just a friend and all that kind of stuff. You're gonna get put in the friend zone. You're gonna say, oh, he's sweet, but I don't look at him like that. I don't want to break his little heart, and I don't want to do this, and I don't want to do that, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if you a thuggish guy, you smoking dope, drugs, drinking, all that kind of stuff, you in and out late, sleeping with different girls, coming in all hours of the night, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Bamming the door down, coming in half drunk and all that kind of stuff. You everything, then you gonna get the benefits of everything. It's like you gonna get the world with them kind. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna put you in the friend zone. You gonna be like, oh, that's my nigga. That's what they'd be like saying. Oh, that's my nigga. That man, we get down, man. You gotta be somebody to go out there and smoke a bunch of weed, coming back in, bugged all the hell out. Stuff like that, man. That's our community. It ain't very many people talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But you have a lot of people. You have a lot of YouTube videos out there where people talk about it. But that's what's going on. Now, how do we get there? You know what I mean? That's the key. What's the solution to it coming out of it? Me talking about it. Bringing it to your attention, bringing it to your awareness. You know what I'm saying? Bringing it to your awareness, bringing it to your attention. You know what I'm saying? And and be like, hey, we got to break these cycles and stuff. That's why we grow up and we have our families and our children. They go into captivity. Captivity means jail. You lost your son, you lost your daughter to the street. they being killed in the streets. You never seen your uncle. Your uncle, you don't even know what your daddy looked like. He just was born and raised in the jail. I'm just saying it like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the solution to all of that is to just somebody got to stand up and break the cycle, man. You know, somebody got to stand up and do it. You know, stand up and break the cycle and stuff. That's what we got to do. Start somewhere. Because if you don't, you will continue that cycle on down and down. It'll never be stopped. But when women do that, on average, now in I'm not saying in all cases. I'm just saying in rare cases that you can be friends with a woman and then all of a sudden it turns into a relationship or whatever. Because a lot of time we as guys are for the most part we want a relationship. You see what I'm saying? Most of us want relationships when we with somebody or whatever. You know what I mean? But usually it don't work out like that. Usually when they want a relationship and they see what type of person you are, they be like, oh, I got to have the flip side of this here. Because this person wants to get serious and I'm not ready to settle down. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to I'm gonna swipe him in the friend zone and get me somebody that's actually out here that's rolling and talking all that game like they do out in the streets or whatever it is that they do out there. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that they do out there, that's what they go for. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I can't walk up to a female, not in this day and age, not me. Most of them will look at you like crazy, like, hey, I want me a relationship or whatever. They're going to look at your circumstances for the most part. You know what I'm saying? They're going to look right away but matter of fact, even but while you approaching them, right away, before you open your mouth, they got it made up in their mind, nah, this nigga ain't got shit. That's how it is in the hood. No. They're going to find some kind of way to turn you off. Now, that used to happen to me a lot when I was in Georgia. It did. It happened a lot. Maybe it happened for a reason. But most of the time it happened. They'd be like, well, no, I'm not interested. Or they'd be like, well, I'm not interested. I appreciate it. I'm flattered and all that kind of stuff. But no, thank you. I'm not interested or whatever. A lot like that in Georgia. Now, it's like that down here to a degree. But it depends on the type of woman you're looking for. But for the most part, in this day and age, 99.90%, the majority of the so-called black men and black females, us, and the majority of our culture, the average woman of color thinks like that. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? That's the way it's going to be. And due to the fact of all of the curses in Deuteronomy, that falls up under the curses in Deuteronomy. It's like the black man hate the black woman and the black woman hate the black man. Like, if you look in our communities right now, we don't have no relation. We don't have no... How many people you don't even know 5 people that's married, that's been married for over 30 years right now. You couldn't even find 5 people. You can't even find over 5 people that's been married with the same family. Like today we got these mixed families. You know what I mean? You got mixed families like ready-made families. When I say mixed families, we mixing now. You may meet a woman, she got kids from a previous relationship, then you turn around and marry this woman. Now you got 4 and 5 other step kids you got to deal with. Then you got to take care of those 4 kids from a previous relationship. It's like you picked up, you left for the pieces. You got to pick the pieces up off what they done fucked up. You see what I'm saying? And you got to take care of them pieces that they done fucked up because the other man is going over here with this other woman. You see what I'm saying? And the reason why I know this stuff like I do is because I'm around it. I grew up around it. I grew up around it my whole life. So how would I not know? This is what I see, examples that I've seen in our so-called African American community. And mainly all of these things affect the African American community. They do. And we don't really talk about these things enough. All of this due to the fact it goes back to the history, our history. You know what I mean? And we just got to do something to break these things, man. Break these curses and stuff. If you go look in a Chinese community, Asian man community, you don't see this. That should tell you something right there. You don't see that stuff in their community. You just see it in our community. Who has the large rate of diabetes, strokes? We have the African American community experiences all of those plagues the most. What's going on? You out, huh?
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Yeah.
be out long, baby.
Oh, okay. You.
Don't mess with the dog.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
Yep. That's right.
It's best to be in when it's dark.
Yep. Ain't nothing like they say. Night ain't got no eyes, huh?
That's right, baby.
Yeah. All right. I'll see you when you get back then. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, man. This type of stuff, it affects the African American community more than any community. You don't see this in the Arab community. You don't see this in the Arab neighborhood, the Arab man neighborhood. None of that. You see England. The people over in England. That's Esau. That's the Caucasian. All of that. You don't see none of that stuff like you see in our community. No, you don't see that. You see division. You see all kind of stuff. You know, it's dysfunctional all the way through. It's rare. Now, if you find a black family with kids, it's very rare you see real families. When I say real families, and I learned how to say this here through watching my brothers and sisters on YouTube. You see what I'm saying? Because I grew up around it. And so what I grew up around, when I click on a video and I watch the video, it's like my spirit can relate to it. You know what I mean? Because I grew up around it. You see what I'm saying? Like real family. When I say real families, you got all your kids by the same dad, same mama, same daddy. Today you got mama, we got the same mama, but we don't have the same daddy. Or we got the same dad, but we don't have the same mom. Mixed families. Today, modern day is mixed families. You see what I'm saying? Now, today, also in modern times, relationships now and relationships versus marriages is what you call it? Relationships and marriages are business now. It's really a business now. Because, and even if you are qualified, if you don't meet the qualification of their type, regardless of how much you got, the only thing that that the benefits that you gonna get, they're gonna put you in the friend zone, the friend's benefit. You get the benefits of a friend. You see what I'm saying? That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna either put you in the friend zone, say, oh, you so sweet, I can get what I need when I want it. And it's basically you're gonna be getting used. You're gonna be getting used for nothing. They're gonna look at that and they're gonna use it to their advantage. Just like a lot of so-called like people, they say, well, I'm handsome, or I'm pretty, I'm a pretty girl, or I'm a cute girl, or whatever. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna use it. This person know I'm pretty, and then women will turn around and they'll be like, damn, I know I'm pretty. I know I'm pretty. You know what? I know guys, I'm gonna get niggas to holler at me. Just like that. I'm gonna get niggas to holler at me. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use this to my advantage to get what I want. I'm gonna use all that to my advantage to get what I want. You see what I'm saying? That's what they gonna do. That's how they get down. That's the black culture. Because that's how they look at it. When you look around and think about it, a female, they'll look around and they'll look at it and be like, damn, you know what? I can use that to my advantage. I'm going to use that shit to my advantage. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to use that to my advantage. I know I'm pretty and I'm going to be able to get the money. I'm going to get the ducats and the money from him and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm going to do? I'm fixing to use this shit to my advantage. Yep. That's what I'm going to do. And so that's the reason why. Now, how we get to this here, we have to go all the way back to when our people was conquered, when they brought Christianity over here. Our culture, all of that, we far away from our original. We is far away from the original man. The original. Yep. We are far from our original. very far from our original. We don't eat the same. Look at our food. Our food is contaminated. Our water, everything is just, it's totally different now. You know, families, we don't eat the same. We don't eat at the same hours no more. It used to be a time to where you used to could go and borrow from your neighbors. It used to be a time where you on the real, you did. You used to could go next door and you used to could borrow flour or sugar or whatever it is that you need from your neighbor. Like rice and all that kind of stuff. You try this shit now, your ass gonna get talked about. Or either they'll, most of the neighbors now in the modern day time, they'll lie and say they ain't got it. Back then it was different, you know what I mean? The black structure is basically, it has been destroyed, and it has been destroyed for centuries. You know what I mean? And every year it gets worse. You see what I'm saying? Like, think about 15 years ago. Just think about 15 years ago. 15 years ago, it's whole lot different now from 15 years ago. 2004 was totally different from 2020. It's different. Time done actually changed, even gotten worse. It is. But the black structure, the black families, if you look into church, prayer, all that stuff, is contaminated. Ever since segregation from the Europeans and all of that. That's where all of this stuff began, and it started from. So what we got to do, we just got to come back to ourselves and wake up out of our sleep, according to Isaiah. What is that? Isaiah 51 and 1. Isaiah 51 and 1. Yeah, I was looking at that scripture today. Isaiah 51 and 1. Awake, awake, thy daughter, arise who are in the dust, and those that are asleep, awake and arise from the dust. Meaning that wake your mind up where you was once alive. You see what I'm saying? Because we was once alive. We was in our original state, but we lost it because of segregation through the Caucasian race. You know, ever since Christopher Columbus, they came over here. We wasn't named no African American before we was conquered. Before we was conquered as Native American people through our forefathers and so on and so forth, and given a name and robbed of our real identity, and given we had all these other names put on us. We slowly drifted away from our original. You see what I'm saying? We slowly drifted away from our original. You see what I'm saying? And that's what caused all of the stuff that goes on now. You know what I mean? And we are at its mass. It's large now. You know what I mean? You can't even walk up to your neighbor's doors and talk to them anymore. You can't do it because everybody is like, what the hell he coming over here for? I don't want to be bothered with that person. I don't want to be bothered with that nigga. Or I don't want to be bothered with that. We call each other all the more bywords. I don't know what you can't, you know what I mean? It's sad. But we live it in that day and age. But we had a strong family structure, man. It's crazy. And the older you get, every year, every month, it's just that things change all the time, constantly changing. When you look 5 years from now, things gonna be a whole lot more different now. We don't even know what it's going. We don't even know what 5 years gonna bring. You don't even know if we'll make it to 5. It'll be by the grace of God or whatever. You know what I mean? Just imagine if it does. If the Most High God merciful and allow the next 10 years to come here, just imagine what it's gonna be like. It's not the same. You know, things change. They don't remain the same. Yep. So I'm gonna stop it here, and I'm gonna say peace and love to my people of color. This was an interesting conversation. Hopefully, I don't get no copyright strike on this video, because for the most part, all the other videos I've been putting up, I've been getting copyright strikes on them and stuff. Hopefully this one don't get no copyright. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that it doesn't. You see what I'm saying? I can tell when I go into the manager, the video manager, and look, and I can see something which says copyright. When it does that copyright in front, I just delete the video, because I don't want to go through all that, because they put you through so many different troubles trying to. They'll say you violated the terms of YouTube if you say something or one little thing that they don't like. They come in there and they'll put that copyright in there, partner. That copyright is going in there, or you violated the terms of YouTube service, and they will not only do that, they will suspend you from going live, and they will suspend you from putting videos up. YouTube will do that in a minute, but that's what you call not having the privileges. That's why they call it white supremacists, because they have the privileges to be over there, to go on there. You go on some so-called white people's YouTube channels or whatever, you see them going on a complete rant on the president, the so-called people in the White House, and no matter what they say, you don't see no copyright strikes on their video, none of that. You don't see that. You're not gonna see it. So they say freedom of speech, but we still in our captivity to this day. We still is serving them. You serve them through paying taxes. You serve them through your social security number, any kind of numbers, cards, any card, MasterCard, all those things. Now, I hopefully 9 chances out of 10, hopefully they don't take. They watch this video or look at it, YouTube. Normally, if for saying something like a little deeper, they'll take your video down. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if it's a copyright strike, a claiming that I violated the terms of YouTube with this video. So I'm gonna go ahead on. I'm gonna head out, and I'm gonna say I just wanted to come here and talk about a solution to the poverty in the so-called African American community. Poverty in the so-called African American community. Now I'm out.